But I'm not showing you live yet, Dave.
Well, sometimes it takes a few seconds for it to pop up. We are running a test, ladies and gentlemen, 2.5 hours later, after a great Knoxville area wow internet outage. We are back on the air. Special thanks to Benji, Biff Markham, Bob Funk, Zach Holdorf, Gunny, and Freddie for hanging out with me for the last 2.5 hours. I actually don't even know if I'm talking to anybody right now.
You're
So
live. You're live, Dave.
I am live, Dave. Oh yeah, there
So
I
much,
am. What
so
do you
much
do?
overtime.
So much overtime. I know. I'm the league's. By the way, this is the last game that this league will ever play because we're going bankrupt after I have to pay all these people for overtime. So there you go. That being said, as you can see, we paused the game when we went off the air. We lost about 50 seconds of the game. That's it. Nothing happened exciting for you guys to worry about. We are going to pick things up right now. Benji's going to take over. And I've mentioned to these gentlemen, anybody who wants to chime in is more than welcome to. I'm actually going to mute myself so I can watch things in the background. But for now, Benji, you're back on the air, buddy. Take it away.
Hey, thanks, Dave. After that terrible weather delay, taco delay, everyone had to go get tacos. We're back on the air. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get on the field, Dave.
So if you will remember, Marshall was in the middle of a little drive here, putting things together still in the second quarter. Everyone got their tacos. They're back on the field. We had some significant re-warm-up time. No hamstrings have been pulled at this moment, although...
Boy, Dake got blown up there.
Yeah, he did. Oh, Minions came back ready to go. Ready to play here. I think so. I think that was an extreme 2.5-hour weather delay.
Yeah, I think this was definitely a lightning delay, and they had to evacuate the stands.
And so, let's see, 4th and 9. There we go. Marshall got a punt. Sorry about that. Dead air producer was in our ear. Just he won't be quiet. It's really difficult to call a game when he's in your ear like that. It does, Bob, doesn't it? It's pretty unprofessional. Dusty Cole's
He's very needy.
Ball goes back over to Minion. Still a 7-3 ball game. Still, it's funny to say still early in this one, even though we've been here at the stadium going on 3 hours here.
Well, you know, when you have a lightning delay like that, it's hard to deal with it.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. Old Dominion, though, looking to close out this first half strong here. It's still raining. Worst of the score behind us. Old Dominion is hoping that will be bringing more of the storm here in this game. Both teams are here. Both teams are still here. They're playing.
Yeah, it's good to see testicular forget is the catch of the night.
Absolutely. Look at those. Vagin has 10 for 10. Only 80 yards, but perfect on the passing so far. Here's the keeper. Bowls over a couple of the Thundering Herd. Pick up the first down in midfield. Hopefully,
Edge Unitas had a scary here tonight.
It's been last week's
SDSU
Player of the Week. Yep. The national TV audience is reporting that they can hear us just fine on the broadcast. Vagina is 12-12. Excellent pass tonight continues. Here's the play fake. Almost intercepted. Marshall could have done some damage there, Bob. They could have turned them over there. As it stands, 4th and inches, they're going to line up to punt here.
Yeah, Marshall did everything they needed to do there. Stopping on the defensive end and getting them first score.
Marshall, though, they've got to figure out something here on the offensive side of the ball. All right, 5 wide by Marshall. Biff, are you listening to this from inside Discord, or are you on Twitch tonight? We've got to hit pause here really quickly. Timeout. Calling timeout in the booth. All right, we're back. Marshall 5 wide again. Getting the play from the sidelines. About a minute and a half to go. Approaching midfield. Yeah, I can see. All right, Marshall still pressing here. 2nd and 4, big pass down the sideline, and that is just incomplete.
He was just a little bit too far out of bounds there for that one.
It is. They called it back. Yes, it is part of the rules in football that you gotta get a foot down in bounds.
One-handed was a nice catch there.
Five wide again by Marshall. So getting the play from the sidelines. They really haven't had an opportunity to go downfield, and they haven't had much success at all. And I think they've just thrown that one away. Time's starting to be a factor here, although they still have 2 timeouts. Here's a little pass across the middle. Good completion. A little bit short of the line to gain. Pausing here for a little bit. TV timeout. And we're back. TV timeout in the middle of the play. Marshall, though, lining up 3rd and 3, 4 wide. Oh, miscommunication in the backfield. That is unfortunate. Andy Dake, the quarterback, I thought he fully expected to be able to hand that ball off.
He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
Promising drive for Marshall there. Cut short. They're just going to sit on this one, run this clock down a bit. I don't know if Old Dominion knows this, but there are timeouts in the game of football, and one could be used right here. And I'm not quite sure they understand that that is indeed an option to them. So this clock is going to run down.
Honestly, Benji, I don't remember who gets the ball after the half, so I'm not sure if it's a good or bad decision.
I do believe, we did have for you folks watching from home, we had an extreme weather delay. So it seems...
Well, Mr. Producer, I took over for other people, so my game notes are no longer here.
And with a few seconds left in the first half... For those of you at home, my color commentator Bob Funk is not going insane. He's barking at our producer, who is he's hounding us, won't leave us alone. And we're at the half here. Bob, you saw some of that first half. Then we had a break. You had some tacos. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it's just been a weird first half with that weather delay, and it's hard to feel this game out. It's been so segmented. Yeah,
absolutely. Both teams didn't really do anything inspirational or spectacular after the delay. They just they shuttled off to half. So we'll see what happens here. Again, Marshall looking for their first victory this season in the AACL on the road against Old Dominion, who started out at the top of the charts here in the conference and have been slow out of the gate with a 1-2 record. Here we see some numbers on the screen. These are called statistics, and what they tell us is that we've got a 7-3 ball game.
Yeah, neither team has really moved the ball after their initial drive. They've just been, been a punt fest ever since.
That's right. And Biff, Mark, and welcome into the booth tonight. We've been here at the stadium. We've seen you walking around and enjoying the sights, enjoying the view. Thanks for making your way up here to the booth. We've got an interesting game here.
Yeah, it is.
Watching from afar, but tell us a little bit more, your thoughts. How do you see this second half unfolding?
Well, it's still anybody's game. It's just right now, who will go and right now be able to overcome this rain. We'll see what Marshall can do here in the second half. Meanwhile, I'm going to get some more tacos.
Excellent, thank you, Biff. They are excellent tacos over there at the Taco Hut on Concourse AA, I believe is where those are tonight. And not quite sure what the concessions are over in Concourse Double D, Dave. And here on the field, 3rd and 5.
Double D has the wieners.
I see.
Oh no, Double D has the wieners. You wouldn't understand, Dave.
Marshall, despite all that's not happening in this game, is still just down. There's only one score down here. They received the second half kickoff. They are trying to put something together. I think it's maybe only once or twice that they got over midfield into Old Dominion territory. They've hopefully got something going here. Although that
was a broken play.
Unfortunate. Bob, is that just a miscommunication? Is that the weather?
I mean, that was, you either handed the fullback or that was, I don't know what the hell's going on there because this was broken.
You know, one other factor. Oh, here's a big pass down the middle.
Intercepted.
Intercepted by Old Dominion. First turnover of the game. You can't fault Marshall. Easton Infection on the interception there, I believe. You can't fault Marshall though for going down the field, being aggressive there. They're trying to make something happen.
Yeah. I mean, any day trying to make something happen there when they haven't done anything all night, and this infection just stayed away from his receiver.
Yeah, so many things not going Marshall's way tonight. They're playing on the road. Got this terrible weather. This rain still with us. That rain delay, 2.5 hours. So just a number of things that could really set a team back. Marshall being aggressive though on the interception. And here they've got one of their own now.
Oh,
You're sailing. Ran into his man. Oh. We see this replay here.
Schmidt. It is Steve Schmidt.
Hank Aaron turns around. The ball comes right to him. Great play, awareness, spatial awareness, I guess. Bob, I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but he just knew right when it turned around. Ball caught him right in the hands, and he's off to the races. If he hadn't have run into his own teammate, he could have taken that one all the way back for 6.
I mean, Hammer and Hank, he knows how to connect with that ball, so.
He's got a nose for that ball. Rocks off there with the reception. All of a sudden, Marshall threatening. They're almost in the red zone. This would be the deepest penetration of the night for the Thundering Herd.
It is, and we haven't even seen. Oh, there's Curtis Gay.
That makes it first and goal.
I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see Fuck It All get involved in this game.
Well, they need to put it in high gear. We're already halfway through this third quarter. Marshall threatening, dropped the ball there on the pass attempt. They might not have another opportunity here the way this game has gone for Marshall. They really got to take advantage here. 2nd and goal. And the shotgun. quarterback's going to run.
Oh, any
and
day. I mean, he's
sacked.
got to make a better decision than that. There's got to be somebody that he's got to lead for that pass, because, or at least throw it out of bounds. You can't take a sack there.
Yeah, good defense by Old Dominion. Didn't see what he liked, so he wanted to tuck and run, try to make something out of nothing there. As it stands, this is a goal from the 12 to 13-yard line. Big play here. Pass underneath. Bobby Galloway gets 8 yards back. It does set up 4th and goal. The way this game has gone, Bob, do you go for it here? They're obviously not.
I would have went for it there. I mean, if I'm Marshall, I go for it there. You're 0-3, ranked 24 in the nation. You're down 7-3. You got to go for this ball. You can't be kicking field goal and still stay down.
You think that if, even if they would have didn't punch it in for the score there, Old Dominion would be backed up on the end zone, and their offense hasn't been stellar either as this game's gone on tonight. And here we go. We see some last 5 drives. If Old Dominion drives, Bob, we've got a punt, then halftime, and an interception. So
yeah,
those aren't the best numbers. Aren't the best.
They
drives,
aren't. I mean, that's why you need to go for that last play.
There's Dusty Coles with the hard-nosed 9-yard run, 30 yards on the night on just 4 rushing attempts. Old Dominion going no huddle here. Going to pick up the first down on the little dump underneath of Charlie Moore. And just like that, Old Dominion's perhaps got something going here. So they're going fast forward here. Maybe you'd like to see them run the ball a bit here. Like we see, start chewing up some clock.
I mean, Old Dominion, that's what they need to start doing now is you got a 1-point lead, you run this ball, you get down there, you hopefully get touchdown. If not, you get a field goal because Marshall can't do anything really.
I've been having a hard. Marshall's had this has been a really interesting game. Neither team having intense amounts of success.
We got Testicular with his 6th catch.
Badge Unitas still good numbers. He has 2 incompletions, but 15 to 17. And those are excellent numbers from the quarterback spot, but just not a whole lot of results on the scoreboard. That's a good keeper there. 11 yards on the play. He's so tired. He needs to be helped up off the ground there. He's just exhausted. Looks like.
And the badge is getting worn out. He's got to pull this down.
Gonna run like another keeper. Gonna slide. Almost decapitated there. We should check on make sure he's okay. Well, he's running back in. He's ready to go. He is still with us.
Badge still has the head in there.
I don't know if you're a fan of offensive line play, Bob. Big guys wrestling with each other. But if you watch some of this play up front, this Old Dominion line, this right tackle in particular is trying to take the knees of this Marshall defensive line out. Some might say that's dirty big man play.
He's going low on him every time. Get his knees out.
I'm surprised the officials aren't seeing that, or maybe they are, I guess, or watching closely, but they feel that it's within the realm of fair play there. As it stands.
He's never engaged with another player when he goes down on him, so I mean, I think we're clear. I think we're clean here.
That'll bring up 4th and 1.
Bob Funk believes the big man play is clean. It is clean, and I think Bob, the officials agree with you.
Ball start, offense.
And let's see, we've got a penalty here. It pushes him back 5 yards for a little bit longer of a field goal attempt, but Old Dominion's going to attempt to put 3 on the board here. And they do. And with that, it's a 4-point lead. which is not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination, but on a game like this tonight, it's going to be difficult for Marshall. They're going to need to do something that they haven't done yet tonight, and that is sustain an offensive drive without the aid of a turnover. Chew clock, pick up some first downs, and punch this ball in the end zone. We're going to start out with a rush by Bodacious. 4 rushes tonight, 21 yards. And that's the end of the third quarter. Marshall 6, Old Dominion 10. Again, Marshall looking for their first victory in the AACL. With Old Dominion looking to right the ship and get this highly, early on preseason high-ranked team, get their caliber play up to where they expect it to be in this inaugural season. They're trying to outlast this Marshall Thundering Herd at home. And here's the big sack. Pressure up the middle. Terrence Brown.
Andy Dick had no chance there. His offensive line just let him down.
And that sets up a big third down here. And Marshall's got 4 tight, and they're going down the field. Here's a successful completion. Big play.
A couple yards short.
Just a yard short. And they are going to punt. I think that's the 35-yard line, probably the wise thing to do here. There's still enough time on the clock. With Marshall can play some good defense here. Can force an Old Dominion punt. Force an Old Dominion punt here. There could still be one more possession in this game tonight for Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall just needs a defensive stop here. They have a chance in this game. You can give a field goal and hopefully force overtime, but you're looking for a stop and not give up any points.
Yeah, Badge Unitas 17 out of 22, I believe. The big man play still continues on the line. This right tackle for Old Dominion is really trying to put this poor Marshall Thundering Herd defensive end in the hospital. Here's a scramble. Picks up 4 yards and sets up a huge 3rd and 6 here for Marshall on the road. This is a big play. This is where a mediocre...
This is a huge play for Marshall here. Oh,
good pressure on the quarterback, but he's able to deliver. That's the biggest play of the game tonight for Old Dominion. He gets the ball all the way down to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Marshall really needs to hold them to a field goal here. Otherwise, this game is over.
And here's a pass out to the left in the flat. Wrapped up. Good tackles here by the Herd. They wrap up Dusty Coles. Marshall's going to continue to play with tempo here. Still 4 wide. Andy Dick drops back, and he's going to run this. He's got daylight ahead. Charging for the end zone.
Badge made it there.
Badge is going head first for that one. 3rd and 1.
Badge hit that hole hard.
Testicular with the touchdown reception from Badge Unitas. That was a masterful drive by Old Dominion. On a night where it's just been difficult to be consistent and get good play on both sides of the ball, that was about the best drive of the night for Old Dominion.
Yeah, this has been a great drive by Old Dominion. Marshall needs a lot of things go their way to win this game now.
Absolutely. They need a miracle here. Fuck it all on the 20-yard return. And here's some more numbers on the screen for you at home. And those numbers are gone.
Turnovers were even, and Old Dominion had the 2 sacks, so that was about the only difference there.
Marshall needs to play with some urgency here now. Here's the 12-yard reception by Roger Martin, and they do go up tempo. 4 wide, doubles on both sides for Marshall. In the shotgun, drops back. Good time in the pocket. Finally goes downfield.
Oh,
intercepted.
That's not what Marshall needed there.
On the replay, we see that
Ugh.
there is no thundering herd in the camera shot here. Thought it looked like he had good time in the pocket. The pressure started to get to him when he released, and I can only think that maybe
He just heard that with that little bit of pressure at the end there, Benji. And
yeah, big.
It's going to cost him the game.
Yeah, big quarterback run here by Vaginitis, who's just going to call his own number here. Old Dominion run this clock out. Here's what they want to do. Time absolutely is a factor now for Marshall. They've got to make a stop. Got to force a turnover if they can.
Yeah, Marshall needs to start using their timeouts here because otherwise they're done. I mean, they're pretty much done anyways, but...
Here's the keeper by Vag. Breaking tackles. He is gone.
That's it.
Touchdown, Old Dominion. Vag Unitas, a 32-yard quarterback keeper. Breaking the hearts of the Marshall Thundering Herd. Here on the replay, dismissed a defender before turning upfield to daylight. There's no one in front of him. Marshall was selling out to make that stop. Vaginitis was able to get around him for the score. Big play there by the quarterback. Last week's AACL Player of the Week.
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't heard from Steve Schmidt from Marshall this week. We had pick sixes last week, but as Unitas has been able to go away from him all night.
And now the scoreboard's starting to we see some of the domination here in total yards. Old Dominion is more than doubling up Marshall. And the turnover in the second half here has been really difficult to overcome, and Old Dominion has built a 24-6 lead now. 2 minutes left on the clock for the Thundering Herd, trying to put something together here on the board. See if they can get this into the end zone. One-handed 30 yards receiving on the night. 23 out of 32 on the evening for the Herd.
Yeah, but these sharp passes aren't going to get it done when you're down scores like this. And you need 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions to tie this. You got to be going downfield. You can't be going short like this.
Or if you have a 18-point play in the playbook, you could call that. You know, that's also an option for the Herd. But those are difficult to come by, for sure. Broken tackle along the sidelines.
You teach me that play, Benji. I want to know it.
I'm surprised not more teams in this situation will go for that 18-point play. But, you know, each coach has their own style here. Good time.
I haven't learned it.
Good time in their pocket there. But the rush gets home and forces the errant throw. Now 1 minute, a little bit more than a minute left here in the fourth. What's probably Marshall's last attempt here. Put some points on the board.
This is not what you want to see in this situation. You need to get in the end zone quickly.
With urgency.
Some time. Yeah.
There is.
Oh, he threw it over his head.
Yeah, had a man open in the end zone. Overthrew him. Sets up on 4th and 10. This could be the last attempt here by Marshall. And they're going down the middle. They got a man open in the end zone. There's the touchdown.
Wait. No?
Did they?
No?
Oh, he dropped it.
He dropped it.
Didn't see it up here in the booth. Honestly, I think Old Dominion could spend some money on their facilities. We've got no window up here, Bob, right? So the wind is just driving. It's in our faces. It's really difficult to see.
I mean, this rain in the eyes, it's hard to see what's going on down there. So you got to look at the place.
At least the tacos were good tonight. At least the tacos were good.
Well, the tacos were amazing.
And Old Dominion now with game in hand. The Vag Unitas will take one more snap here, gives the ball to Dusty Coles. And that's been the combination tonight, Vag and Dusty Coles. Dusty Vag, those two guys have been key to the Old Dominion performance tonight.
I'm not really keen on Dusty Vag, but wet one, that's what I'm looking for.
Well, as we see, that's
And
definitely
it was
that
raining
is
pretty
definitely
well tonight. So
yeah, that was
I'm
definitely a
pretty
wet
sure
bat
that Vag
on
was
the
wet.
sideline. So everyone's wet here for this game tonight, and that brings us to the end here of this closer here in the first night of Week 4 in AACL. Old Dominion with a hard-fought win at home. 24-6 over Marshall. They, they showed some perseverance here tonight. The hardest opponent on the field tonight for this Old Dominion team, it was the weather. It was this weather delay. They had to contend with that delay. It was 7-3, Bob. And then coming out after that, after taco time, they were able to put 17 points on the board.
Yeah, that lightning delay that killed the internet tonight and delayed this all. It was really hard.
It was really difficult. But these two teams, they did it. They put a game together. This is an official result.
It is. It's an
Look here
official
at,
result, and Old Dominion was able to come out with the hard-fought victory tonight.
Yeah, this is going to improve Old Dominion to 2-2 now.
And Marshall's going to drop to 0-4.
And for Marshall now, a little bit of a painful trek back home. Now they've got to think about what they've got to do now to try and bring this team back together and press forward for that first win in the AACL. The story of the night, though, is this weather. Good defense by both teams in the first half, and then a few turnovers kind of helped turn the tide of this one. Old Dominion was able to capitalize behind the excellent play in the rain by a wet Vag Unitas.
Yeah, that wet Vag, he was slippery tonight.
Yeah, lots of interesting storylines in this one tonight. The weather, just one of the many interesting things about this one, Bob.
Yeah, it was one of the many interesting things of this game tonight. We had a taco delay, we had taco night, we had a wet Vag getting player of the game. I mean, how do you go wrong?
Let's see. I believe, yeah, man, Marshall just couldn't get anything going in the running game. As we see,
Yeah, I mean,
they
they
rushed for
21,
they rushed
and
for
then
0 yards
4
tonight.
for 21.
One-handed was leading receiver of the game here for Marshall, 79 yards and 7 receptions. These receivers had good nights. The quarterback play by quarterback
The thing
Andy Dock
is,
was just
you saw all
inconsistent.
of them with a lot of catches, but nobody had 100 yards. 7 for 79 was your biggest contributor.
Yeah,
That's the problem with Marshall. You got to go down the field.
Yep. The ODU defense, I think it was the combination of the weather, the defense, and honestly, Marshall on the road, huge weather delay. Again, we've talked about it before, Bob, but the tacos tonight, it's quite possible that this Marshall Thundering Herd really went overboard a little bit on tacos during that break, and that could have really slowed them down here in the second half.
I mean, really, can you blame them, Benji? You taste those tacos? They were fucking amazing.
They're really damn good. Yeah, we just got to recommend if you guys come to a ball game here to ODU at all this season, please check out the tacos. And we just see some more numbers here on the board that they tell the tale. This is domination now by ODU, 24-6 victory over Marshall, winning a number of the stat battles here, almost doubling up now at the end of the game, doubling up the yardage on Marshall. And here we have your players of the game for the visiting Herd. We have Scott Williams, the kicker, who booted 2 field goals for the Herd, and then Hank Aaron, the cornerback, with a
Hammer
great
and
defensive
Hank,
play.
he had that pick six. Or
Yeah.
wait, no, it wasn't a pick six.
What? He could have had a pick six.
He just slightly missed it. Yeah.
One of an unfortunate moment for Hank Aaron there. It looked like he had smooth sailing for a 6 interception for a touchdown there, but ran into someone from his own team. So he was literally tackled by his own herdsman, and that was a bummer of a play there for Marshall. For Old Dominion, Bob, who else would you expect on a night like this? It's cold, rainy weather. Definitely wasn't dry, but a very wet Vag-Unitas. Strong quarterback play. 20 for 25 with 177 yards. Carried the ball 12 times, over 115 yards rushing, 3 total touchdowns by last week's Player of the Week.
Yeah, exactly. Vag is just backing up that Player of the Week from last week, trying to cement it again.
And his partner on the defensive side of the ball, East Infection, the strong safety, 2 tackles, 2 interceptions. Definitely a strong presence East Infection was in the game. Really bothered the Herd defensively. I think the Herd was, by the time this game ended, they were tired of having to deal with Easton Infection. So
yeah, I mean, you're gonna want to keep East Infection away from the Vag though, because
I heard
then you're gonna have a bad team.
Yeah. All right. Well, Bob, thanks. Thank you, Bob. Thanks for sitting in here with me on this one. Thanks for sideline reporter Biff Markham, and for all of you out there in the AACL audience tonight. Thanks for sticking with us. It was a late one, a good one. Good games today in the first evening of Week 4 in the AACL. And with that, I'm going to turn things over to our esteemed leader, our commissioner, our producer, to tuck us into bed, if you will. So, Dave, take it away.
Thank you, Benji. What a night, folks. Internet outage, weather delay, however you want to classify it, 2 hours and 40 some odd minutes. So thank you those for sticking around, and those of you that are going to be watching this later tomorrow, probably when you wake back up. Special thanks to all of you for watching all the games tonight. A very quick recap before we sign off. Number 17 SMU losing to Kansas, 11th ranked Kansas 31-10. Kansas put on a show tonight at home, faux show. And then San Diego State was down 24-10, I believe it was. And again, it's San Diego State ranked 14th, playing at home against the 9th ranked Colorado Buffaloes. Pulled out a 38-31 victory, including 28 unanswered points in that game. A potential Player of the Week nominee in Andy Felter-Snatch with 2 pick sixes. And then in the nightcap that you just saw that had the weather delay, the taco delay, the internet delay, and any other delay you want to throw on top of that, had Old Dominion at home taking care of Marshall, who is now 0-4, 24-6. So many thanks to everybody who tuned in. Thanks to all of the broadcasters, everybody. Just crazy night. You'll be watching this last game in 2 parts, so I'll make sure to get the videos labeled properly, get them on Twitch and on YouTube so you can watch them. So tomorrow night we kick things off again right here, 9 p.m. Eastern, with night 2 of week 4. And I'm pulling up the schedule as we speak so I can tell you what those games are, and then we're going to get out of here. We kick things off with Minnesota traveling to Houston, Wyoming at UNLV. Definitely the game of the night tomorrow. I think Wyoming's now ranked like third in the nation. UNLV coming off a really big win last week. And then the nightcap tomorrow night is Cincinnati traveling to a very hot Indiana Hoosier team. So those are your games for tomorrow night. Thank you again for everybody tuning in. We will see you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here in the All-American Coaching League, brought to you by Axis Sports. Good night now.